Hi, and welcome to Gamehelper's tutorial on how to replace your PS3 hard drive. Now, maybe you just spent $2,000 on eBay for your PS3, or maybe you spent 2 days in the rain and all you get was 20 gig version, and you're thinking you probably need to get something bigger in there because PS3 games are probably going to take up a lot of space on your hard drive. So now we're going to show you in how in just a few minutes you can take that 20 gig drive out, put in a 60 gig, an 80 gig, 120 gig hard drive if you want, and all without voiding the warranty on your brand new PS3. Now you're only going to need a couple of tools. You'll want a brand new serial ATA 2.5-inch size hard drive. Well, that's your standard laptop size. The most important thing is that it's a serial ATA. That's a connector type that you're going to need. I recommend a 5400 RPM drive because 7200 RPM isn't going to get you really much performance boost. Just make sure you have an 8 meg cache on it. You're also going to need a Phillips head screwdriver, and that's all you need to get started. The first thing you're going to want to do is remove the cover on your hard disk drive on your PS3. You don't need any tools, and I don't even have very big fingernails. You can just get your finger in right on the side and just pry it loose. You don't want to use any sharp tools. It's not necessary. It comes off pretty easily. Just pull it away from the machine and it'll just pull right out. You don't need to use anything sharp. It's not that difficult to do. The next thing you'll want to do is remove the large blue screw in the center. It just screws right out. Remember, lefty-loosey. All of the screws come out really easy. They stick a little bit at first, but they'll come right out with just a little bit of force. Just make sure you don't lose them when you're finished with it. First thing you're going to do is take this little flap and move it to the right. It's just going to be your handle to pull it out. At this point, the only thing that's holding the drive in are the power and data connectors. So you'll just slide the unit to the right using that handle. It'll move into that little gap there on the right side. Just move it with a nice firm, easy motion, and you'll just get the drive free of its connectors. Slide it to the right, and then you'll be able to just pull it straight out. At this point, all you'll have to do is remove the screws that's holding the drive in place inside its sleeve. There's 4 screws, 2 on each side. You'll just need a Phillips head screwdriver to remove all of them. At this point, anybody who's ever replaced a drive sees what's going on here and that this is not a very hard task. So we'll just take these screws out real quick. Once the screws are out, you'll just take the drive out, get your new drive, put it into the sleeve. Make sure you have the sticker facing upwards. Put the drive in, make sure the screws are aligned in their holes, which won't be too difficult. And then put all 4 screws back in. Just make sure you don't strip the screw heads when you're screwing these in and out of the case. That's probably the most important thing here. It's really easy. It's a pretty soft metal on the head of those screws, so just make sure you put a nice firm pressure down and screw it in. Also, no need to put it in too tight. Just make sure you screw it all the way, and that should be enough. Once the screws are in place, just put the drive back in. Have it positioned all the way to the right first, and then push it in. Once it's all the way as far back as you can get it, just slide it to the left and just take a nice firm motion, and then it'll go right into place. Your data connection and power connections made. Flip the little handle back into place, put the blue screw back in, and that's pretty much it. The slot cover goes back in really easily, and you'll see there's no worries there. And so you've just replaced your PS3 hard drive without voiding the warranty. This is all shown in your manual. Next thing we're going to want to do is plug our drive back in. So we've powered on the PS3. And the first thing it's going to do is it's going to detect the new hard drive, so it's going to ask us if we want to format it. We'll of course tell it yes. and then it'll make sure. So just tell it yes again, and it'll reformat the drive. It goes incredibly fast. I'm not sure what it's doing, but at least it doesn't take very long. Once it's done, your PS3 is going to restart, and your new drive will be in place. And we'll verify that once the unit's restarted. Alright, now that the PS3 is booted back up, we'll use the cross media bar, go into the settings, and take a look at our new hard drive and see how much space we've got. And there you have it. The PlayStation 3 recognizes our new drive. It sees 97 gigs available. So, hope this tutorial helped you out. Make sure you visit Gamehelper.com for reviews, previews, and helpful tips on games. Thanks a lot.